Okay, good morning class. So my topic for today's informative speech is effects of music on the human mind and brain. So I came up with my topic a couple of weeks ago when I was in the mall with my friends. I heard music playing around the mall, and I noticed I could think better in some parts of the mall than the others. So when we went for dinner, I noticed music was playing in the restaurant as well. And I was really curious to know why music is playing in the background in many places. So after checking it up on the internet, I thought this would be a really great topic for my informative speech. And so I titled my speech "The Unknown of the Herd" because we can listen to music, but we don't know what are the effects of it on the human body. So I'm going to talk about how it can be used as a healing mechanism and be substituted for medicines, how it helps to improve memory and concentration, and how it can be a fighter against stress and depression. So let's begin by understanding how music can be used as a healing mechanism and substituted for medicine. Listening to classical music is known to be a great painkiller as it produces an repulsive effect that distracts you from the pain and helps you think something else, so you don't feel the pain as much. And it creates a chemical change in the brain that aids the healing process for both chronic and post-operative pain. And this was published in an article in PubMed in the late 2006. And music is now being used widely even in surgery and anesthesia rooms because it helps the patient to feel calm and relaxed, because usually everyone's nervous before surgery. I had a surgery done a month ago and I noticed the music playing, but I didn't know that. And music helps patients who have heart-related diseases because it is known to reduce blood pressure, and according to a report in the American Society of Hypertension, by just listening to about 30 minutes of music, it can help you reduce blood pressure. And people with heart-related diseases, if they listen to 30 minutes of music every day, 2 times or something, they can reduce their chances for heart strokes and decreasing the blood pressure. But it's not the music, it's usually the beat, the tempo that makes these changes. Good music with about 60 beats is good. An experiment was carried out by Italian and British researchers where they had 10 different participants and they made them listen to 6 different kinds of music, like rap, classical, jazz. And the researchers recorded the vital signs of these participants, and they noticed when music was played, like faster music or upbeat music was played, the heartbeat and the breathing levels, everything increased of the patients, rather than when they were playing slow music, they lowered the blood pressure and heart levels. I wanted to play the rap god, the Eminem part over here, but PowerPoint had some problem, I couldn't add it there. And music also helps patients recover quickly after a stroke, as it helps them to stay calm and not give you the tension or anything. And music can be even used to reduce the intensity of migraine and headaches, as most of you must notice when you have a headache, you listen to music, it helps it lower the pain. So let's look at how music affects our brain. By playing or listening to an instrument, it helps us to increase our memory and makes us smarter. As music utilizes the whole brain and actually uses the left and right side of the brain. So the simultaneous working of the left and right brain, left brain is used for studying and the right brain listens to music. So both of them working together makes you gather information faster and retain information as well. And so how many of y'all have ever smiled or had tears stream down your eyes listening to a music or song? Okay, so music has the capability to recall information. Um, and using music while studying is great as well, because when you have a test or you have an exam, you can mentally recall the song, so you know what you studied and it helps you to remember it faster. But the music should just be without vocal words, as music with vocal words, you would be remembering the words other than the stuff you studied. Yeah, and music is also used to increase physical performance. As most of you have noticed, when you hit the gym or go jogging, music actually helps you, and it helps you feel less tired and makes you feel more energetic. And it makes it less like work and makes it more interesting. And it's even used as a great fatigue fighter, and to give you the extra energy or kick you need when you're tired, because listening to a fast song would make you happier. And music is even played in like factories where workers are doing the same task again and again to make them, help them divert their mind and improve the productivity and performance. I guess music is even played in the CAD building to help you guys. And music can be used as a stress buster and to help fight insomnia, as listening to 45 seconds or 30 minutes or 45 minutes of music every night before your bedtime. It'll help you to sleep better. Slow and classical music is suggested for this one. And yeah, and I would like to, in the past few minutes, I told you guys about how music affects our brain, how it helps improve memory and performance, and how it can be used as a stress buster. So, okay, have you guys ever wondered how many songs are there in the world? Like, how long would it take to listen to all the songs in the world?
Billions.
Okay, so the iTunes store has over 43 million songs, which would take about 35,830 days to listen to all of them non-stop, which is about 98 years, so I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, thank you.
Questions?
What music were you listening to in the mall? Like, what was played?
In shops, there were music like hip hop and stuff, but in some parts of the mall, it was just the classic music.
So they were gonna play Eminem rock that, but
Yeah.
why this song specifically?
Because as I mentioned, when you listen to upbeat music or like music with high beats, usually your blood pressure and your oxygen level, everything increases. So like you would feel hyper and energetic compared to listening to a sad song or something.
I read it also affects the animals.
Affects what?
Animals.
But my topic was on human. No, I didn't research anything about animals, so I don't know. Aksh.
How do you spell it?
AKSH.
Other questions?
I think the topic was really good. Like I remember when Sai played music in one of his speeches, it was really good, vibe for the entire scene.
Yeah, I had music to play, but it didn't like the PowerPoint I was trying it.
Should I play this from the phone, like said?
Yeah, and last time that's what he used. It was quite effective.
Does it really work?
Yeah, it does work. I was actually thinking of listening to a song before coming here.
No, I mean, does it really work? I would sleep and then listen to classical music.
Yeah, if you listen to classical music before sleeping, it will help you sleep better.
Actually, there's like you can YouTube on YouTube, there are like music that actually they're studying it.
Yeah,
You do it to
classical.
classical, Beethoven.
It never works.
I
mean,
mean, you guys, it's really relaxing.
I think everyone is never.
I think a couple of things. One, you never tell us what didn't work. Okay? I had a PowerPoint, but it's like the dog ate my homework. You never tell people what you were planning on doing and you didn't do. That's a really bad way to handle a speech. You don't say anything at all. Adapt to the situation. You gave us a speech about music. We didn't listen to any music. Go on YouTube. Do you need a PowerPoint for us to listen to music? I mean, come on. You talked about iTunes. Go on iTunes. I mean, do something. But you can't give us a whole speech about music and not make us listen to anything. I mean, that's counterintuitive, right? Too much use of and. I know you were nervous, but your delivery was actually fine. It was clear. We could understand, we could follow, you had transitions. You know, careful how you use sources because you're putting the data at the end rather than at the beginning. You need to tell us who the person is, where you're getting this information from. I think you could have benefited from focusing your speech a lot more. Maybe telling us the effects of specific types of music, because music varies radically, and different people react differently. For example, I'm someone who can never sleep if there's music. If there's music, I can't concentrate on my work. I have a very different relationship to music, and I still listen to music all the time, but I have different musics for different things, and so that would have been a bit more relatable for the people in the class. What music do you listen to when you guys are studying? What music do you listen to when you guys are doing this? It has to be about them, and it has to be interesting. You didn't seem so interested in it because you were nervous.
I got really nervous on this one. I had like 2-3 more experiments to talk about, but I forgot it.
Yes, because you need to rehearse a lot more. That's the other part. This is not a very well rehearsed speech. I'm sorry, but it has to be rehearsed a lot more. This is your midterm. You know? So there are no second chances. This is so you have to take these comments that I'm giving you seriously. Don't take them personally at all. It's not about you. I want you to get better. And to get better, you have to take this more seriously. You have to spend a little more time thinking about your subject, practicing for your speech, learning how to engage your audience. You have to do those things, otherwise you're not going to improve as a speaker. Forget the grade. But you have the potential, it's there. You do. You are confident, you're funny. You look at you have a way of getting people to listen to you. Just work on the other stuff, which are the details.
Okay, next one.
Please. Thank you.